In this video, I want to share with you guys how much money I've made from my YouTube channel of only 4,700 subscribers. And as the channel name might lead you to believe, future investing, that yes, we are an investing and personal finance YouTube channel, and that sort of niche in YouTube actually pays quite well. So I also want to show you guys how long it's actually taken me to get here, as well as what the hourly rate would be considering how long it takes me to make a video versus how much I make. But first, you have to understand the main source of revenue for YouTubers is actually from the ads that they play before or maybe even during the videos that you actually make. But in order for these ad videos to be played on your videos, you first have to join the YouTube partnership program. But in order for that to happen, you'll need a couple things. One, you'll need to be 18 years of age for them to actually pay you out on YouTube. Next, you'll need at least 1,000 subscribers, as well as 4,000 hours of watch time that you've received within the past 12 months. Well, this actually took me around 9 months to figure out, and 52 videos later, as I was still trying to find out what my niche was as a YouTuber. It was the 4,000 hours that really held me back. Then, after I got those watch hours, I was actually able to join the YouTube partnership program back in October of 2021. So we're going to be tracking the amount of earnings that I've gotten in the last 7 months. Now, here's the super cool part about being monetized on YouTube, is that not every single view is worth the same to YouTube advertisers. The ads that want to be played on YouTube are placed into an auction system where they can bid on airtime. The higher chance a group will actually go and click through onto that product, and then how much they can actually make on that product determines how much those businesses can spend on ads. This is where the terms CPM and RPM become very important. CPM, or clicks per milli, is how much money an advertiser is willing to spend on your videos per 1,000 views. RPM, or revenue per milli, is how much money you get to keep after those 1,000 views after YouTube takes their 45% cut. This is where it's important to understand the audience that you're speaking to as a YouTuber. If you were to think about a channel that creates Minecraft videos, then the average subscriber or viewer would be somewhere in their pre-teens, meaning that the chance that these viewers even have access to any money to even buy the products online would be very small, so they have to price their ads accordingly. This is why most gaming channels actually have CPMs that hover around $1 per 1,000 views. Whereas my audience of a demographic that's a little bit older, as well as probably making a higher average income because they're looking to put more money into new investment products or just learn a little bit more about investing, shows advertisers that you have the money to be able to spend on their products. So they're willing to put a lot more into their CPM. This is why my average CPM across the 7 months of being monetized is at $16.19. It is so high, in fact, that apps like Social Blade, which is an app that should show you how much YouTubers actually make over time, is capped at a $4 CPM. My CPM is over 4 times higher than that, and that's simply only my average. But CPM and RPM are actually based on how many ads you're actually watching, and if they're short form videos, you're maybe only watching 1 ad. But if you're watching a podcast, for example, like the Iced Coffee podcast, because it's an hour long, you're probably watching 8 to 10 ads within that video, which can multiply your earnings. But with all that out of the way, let's just jump right into the numbers. And although I am actually in Canada, these numbers are going to be shown in US dollars just because that's the majority of my audience. So here it is. My full amount since I've been monetized over 7 months ago is $1,771.81. With my, my CPM, like I said, at $16.19, and my RPM, this is how much I get per 1,000 views, at $8.55. You can even see that back in December, these are usually when the holidays are around, and advertisers are spending more because they know that more products are going to be purchased during this time, that at one point, my CPM was actually at $29.45. Now, I wasn't even getting a lot of views back then, but just the amount that advertisers can be willing to spend on products, especially whenever you're in the right niche, is just incredible. Now, just going back to my revenue here of $1,700, you can see it started out pretty slow. I actually broke the $10 mark in November, but then it really changed over here in February whenever I released the best video that I had ever released, my Retire on SoFi Stock by 2030, that actually made over $260 in a single video. Now, this is how many views I needed. 30,500 views in order to get the $262 that I actually achieved from this video. I am super proud of this video with 30,000 views, but it is still peanuts compared to some of the larger creators that get millions of views per video. And then going back to my earnings, you can also see just most recently, I actually achieved over $46 in a single day on Saturday. This is a more recent video. This video is my second largest earnings video, and it just happened more recently. This is only, it's been out for about 10 days now, and it achieved over 7,800 views that achieved over $88 in revenue. Whenever I actually break that down, you can see that my CPM was much higher and my RPM was over $11. So every 1,000 views was giving me $11 USD. Now, the majority of creators on YouTube don't simply make one stream of income through ad revenue, right? They also make things such as, affiliate links that actually make money through referrals, or other things such as brand deals as well as sponsorships. YouTube themselves is actually trying to help get creators more monetized because they want you to make this their actual full-time career, right? If you do better, they do better. So there's things like the tipping services through super chats, or even things like the channel membership program where you can actually subscribe to your YouTubers and actually pay them a monthly fee. There's even other sources of income like selling merch or other things like online courses or lessons. But I had only gone down one of these routes myself, and that was the affiliate links, okay? And now I don't really push them very hard. I leave some links down in my description down below, but most times I get them only whenever they're actually pushed. And now I've only done this in a single video where I actually showed off my Wealthsimple Cash link referral, where I actually received over $270 US from that single video. Then I've also had an assortment of just a couple Bitcoin signups through Coinbase or something along these lines that have probably brought me in another $30 US. Nothing big. So in total, through AdSense, I've made around $1,771 US, as well as an additional $300 through affiliates, which leads me to a total of $2,071.81 as of, October 11th of 2021. I've made around 70 videos since I've been monetized back in October that usually take me an average of 8 hours per video. So taking the total of 560 hours that I've worked on YouTube, whether that's through research or editing or anything along these lines, that leads me to an hourly rate of $3.70 an hour. Now, obviously that time spent is worse than if I were to just get a minimum wage job and just do that for my time. But the truth is that the majority of the time is actually spent researching my videos, which I was already doing considering that I'm a personal investor myself. So why not leverage that time that I was already spending on my own portfolio and see if I can actually, put this towards an additional stream of income. One thing I want to say, even as a small YouTuber, is just the sheer number of just scammy companies that are offering me tons of money to promote their really shady products. I couldn't imagine how some of these bigger YouTubers, like what their inbox looks like. Obviously, I don't feel comfortable promoting anything. That's why I really don't shove anything into my videos, and I just want to grow organically sharing my thoughts. But anyways, guys, I'm just rambling at this point, but hopefully you guys like the video and subscribe down below if you want to see more financial content just like this.